Good morning, beautiful souls. It's Teresa Koutman, part storyteller, part energy tracker, part chatty grandma. The 3 P's. The 3 PPP parts of me. Oh, not with the grandma jokes. Okay, so today we have some of the energy in on the Schumann. So if we'll take a look at that. Sometimes it does this, so I'll do an update when the rest of the chart comes out. You can see, you get my little mouse tracker here. So you can see my little cursor. Okay, so as you can see here, it's going to be the rest of the morning when it comes out at 10 a.m. It'll come out and fill this in. But this is already energy, and this too is already energy we've been through by the time we see that. So we've already been through this energy. And this is kind of interesting. So this here came in, these little red, I do not like them. It's just not, without the white, it's just, and sometimes with the white, it's even phorenic kind of energy and just chaotic. But here we have, okay, so this is around dinner time yesterday. And here, right here, this is around 9:10. So it's kind of interesting that maybe 9:30ish that I had a little boost of energy right in this area and did some work on my dream video. So it's coming out really cool. I'm going to get it out this week because it is a dream for the collective. It was like epic. I mean, just so much. So it's so inspiring to be able to do things like this with AI. Even though it's not the greatest, I feel so accomplished just getting something done and something fun. So that's the energy where we are right now. I will post again when this, when the rest of the energy is out. But like I said, this is already energy lived, and this would go to my yesterday's guidance. Any energy today that we've already been through, I gave you guidance yesterday. And that would have been, I'm going to turn that off. And right here in the lower right, I don't have my cursor. I don't have it in a window, so you don't have my cursor, but this is yesterday's in the lower right. And we can see what the energy was. And then, see, oh, does it line up? Yeah, there's nothing really energetic. And we have the Fool and Death. So these things are, we're integrating the shadow. So I'll get into the reading of today's. And under my reading is, let me see, I'm going to move all this around. Under this is my September reading, under my main draw, which is this one. Under this one, that was, that's September. So 8 of Pentacles is the vibe, the theme of the month. But the weekly is the 4 from the Tattoo Tarot. The Wheel of Fortune is this week's. And then we'll have the second week, third week, fourth week. And then that 9 of Cups is a clarifier of all the draw. So it's a long draw on the monthly, so, but I try to bring it back around and tie everything in. So even though I don't have that much room on my screen, maybe I could put something down here like the monthly under my under my webcam pic. Okay, so the root, excuse me, today is the 7 of Pentacles. We can turn those ones off for now. Sound good? Okay, so 7 of Pentacles. Patience, long-term vision, and reflecting on the week already invested. What have we been doing, Dorothy? Where do we want to go? Today begins with a pause take stock of where you've been and what is bearing fruit. This echoes the monthly theme, Eight of Pentacles, steady work, daily practice, and refining your path. So this is guidance for Saturday. The energy we don't know yet. We already know the Schumann energy. By the time we see it, it's already lived energy. So this is actually Saturday's guidance. So I don't know how else to do this unless I give these this reading out Saturday. I don't want to be telling you your past or what happened. So I would like to give guidance for the next day. And maybe some of this energy is working. Yeah, it'll be working because there is some we're not going to know after 10 a.m. But by the time we see it, it's lived. Very confusing with the tarot readings and matching them to the charts. So the current vibration is the King of Wands. So powerful creative leadership and bold action. The energy is strong, charismatic, and ready to lead. Together with the Seven of Pentacles, it says wisdom comes from knowing when to act and when to pause. So we can have some wisdom. And death again. No, but it's in the challenge position. So the tarot guidance is that death is the challenge. The challenge is surrendering to transformation. Endings are necessary to clear space for growth, but fear of release may resist the shift. This repeats the death transformation theme from September 4th, showing that it's not a one-day lesson, but a cycle we are still working through. So the fourth reading was the death. Was that, yes. In the current vibration. Yesterday, the vibration was death. Oh, don't like that. It, kind of scares you, but it's like everybody's going to experience it, the real death. So, the outlook, the fates, which in the Dream Keepers Tarot, it is the fates. I really like that card. Pretty. Okay, so the fates, kind of like the wheel turning through them. Okay, so destiny, cycles, turning points. The outlook reminds us we're in a karmic moment. Things are shifting by design. Don't take it personally. It's just all shifting, shaken up. This reinforces the weekly anchor, the Wheel of Fortune. In my September draw, which will have every week we'll have a card. Collective cycles are visibly turning. So the hidden hands is the Nine of Wands, the hidden card, hidden hands, hidden things, hidden perseverance, the sense of being tested, but with the resilience to endure. This suggests the collective is weary, but strength remains. And the clarifiers are the Ten of Swords. Look at that poor birdie. Poor crow. So the Ten of Swords signals painful endings or betrayal, something hitting bottom, but the Nine of Pentacles balances it with independence, mastery, and abundance. So it's almost like the pain that's going to happen is needed. I do not like leaving it on this, and it wasn't very clarifying to me. So with this, it makes more sense. The Nine of Pentacles balances it with independence, mastery, and abundance. Together they say, yes, something may collapse. Yeah, yes, that's the cycle of life. But from it comes self-sufficiency and a harvest, something good and something needful in our lives. So I really like today's reading. Very nice. And let's see if we can do a recap. I don't know if I put in my just the reading from today. If I could go back in my video. All shown at once. We will see if I can. Did I do it all? Got him into frame. I really need a new camera. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we're just going to do the flow from, we'll just turn off this. Turn off that. Do we? Okay. So from the readings, that one is the monthly draw, and they're all in the same folder, so I got to get them straight. Whole folder. Did I lock it or something? No. Okay, so the 5th, which is today. Yes, I did get today. And it was yesterday's. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So flow from the 4th to the 5th. 4th, 5th, or right is the 4th. And today is the 5th. So for guidance, for going forward through Saturday. So this is most likely for Saturday, the 5th. So it's really for the 6th. More for the 6th, the reading is, because it's energy for the future. So yesterday's Fool and Death open thresholds of transformation. And we can see that in the Schumann chart, which is the bit of Schumann, we can see that in the chart, like around 6 o'clock, we had a very mellow night last night. There were 6 and there's 9, and then that went into some of the early hours of sleep, but we're not here. So this is what's going to come out. Let me see. Not seeing my cursor. This was around 9 last night. This was around dinner time. These, grumblies. I wasn't feeling bad, but I wasn't feeling very social or nothing like that. So when I see this kind of little, but a lot of red, a lot more than, say, this here. Got some activity, but very light. But this is a little more. I wasn't that grumbly, but this white line right here around 9:30, 10, I had a little bit of energy right there. I worked on my dream video that I'm working on. I had a collective dream. It's like epic, this epic dream. So I'm putting it to video and putting it into I got a prophetic voice that I could use. And then I have just a factual. This is what this means. So I'm kind of like, well, I kind of want to do something fun, like scripting with the dream. But it's really interesting, and don't, oh yeah, here it is. So let me bring this up. Show you what this thing is. I didn't do this, but I just thought it was interesting about the dream. Is that, do those just go away? Okay, you have to be live on it, I guess, for this to show up. Did not know that. I have a window open. So this is a modem that you talk your dreams. Tell it your dreams, I suppose. And it then creates this thing, like a vision of your dream, and very low quality, which is kind of cool because, the high rev stuff is kind of distracting because the dream is kind of like iffy anyway, right? My vision, what did I really see it like that or something like that? So this is an open source code, off-the-shelf hardware components, 3D print the shell and assemble everything. No soldering required, even though my friend has a soldering iron or whatever those are called. So I could maybe do this. Get this project. I wonder how much it costs. Thinking buy probably like a kit. But anyway, the dream thing's very interesting to me. So let's just turn that off. Just a side little thing. And dream interpretation is really interesting. And I want to bring it forward. AI is helping me with my dream, but I have to add so much because in the dream interpretation online, there's not a lot of biblical. So I have some background in biblical. And I just can't believe how fast it is. Because if you really want to do deep dives into, interpreting dreams, it takes a while. I used to go, books. So the internet has really changed things a lot. I used to have a lot of books. Well, I still have a lot of books, and I really have a hard time getting rid of them. I think, what if the apocalypse happens? I need books. And other things. I need CDs, DVDs, generators, or a way to know how, engineers, God bless them. They just fix things, build things. I have a couple friends that are engineer types, males, and just awesome. I really appreciate them and their gifts. So let's turn that off. Okay, so we can see on the chart again what we've already been through. So I don't know how you were feeling around dinner time, but like I said, I was feeling very not good, not bad, but definitely not social. I didn't want to chat with my children, my adult children that live with me. Yes. No, they are. It's really a blessing. Sometimes I grumble about it because I lost half my house to my grandson and my daughter. And but it's nice having them around and being a blessing to them. Because housing's expensive. Way very much so. Okay, so with that said, let's get back on track to the flow. Okay, so yesterday's Fool and Death, open thresholds of transformation. And the chart kind of shows that. It was very mellow last night. Very nice for working through these things. Not like what it was last night. The night before last, I should say, was this at night. No. While you were sleeping. Couple nights ago. So last night was really mellow and calm, so it was nice. So the Five of Swords and Seven of Wands revealed conflict and resistance. The Hierophant plus the Four of Swords asked us to stabilize and rest. We did have a lot of rest energy yesterday, which was nice. Very nice. And the moon I know I did dream last night. I just don't remember the dream. So I wake up sometimes with little bits, and then if it's not enough bits, it's like my memory, I don't remember. Today, the Seven of Pentacles continues the pause, evaluating where energy should be invested. The King of Wands says leadership and bold vision are needed after the storm. Death reappears as a challenge. Always a challenge, death and endings. Showing transformation is still ongoing. The Fates, the Wheel of Fortune, confirms the weekly anchor. This week, September's anchor this week is the Wheel of Fortune from Tattoo Tarot. It's really a pretty card. Cycles are visibly in motion. So the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles close the loop, a painful ending, but one that leads to freedom and independence. So that is really a nice read. So that's the flow from the 4th to the 5th. And then the 5th will have some of the 6th in it, just because of when we're looking at this energy chart and how I'm trying to do the reading, it's just not a regular day-to-day kind of a reading. Like, American hours. These charts are coming out, and some of it's we've already lived. You can already see the chart, like today's chart. As you can see, 5-9, they did release some of it yesterday after it occurred. So the energy is being recorded. Of course, by the time everybody sees it, it's lived energy. We can just go back, and it's kind of like a post-mortem and see, did my guidance help? Did it predict? Am I feeling this energy right? Kind of thing. So with that, my reading today should go into Saturday. And this was like past energy, the 4th. So the Fool and the Moon, kind of like they are new beginnings. I do think it works with the chart, which would match up for yesterday. The energy of yesterday. So what we're seeing on 9/5 is yesterday's energy till 10 o'clock. So this was the future guidance for then, and this is for going forward from 10 a.m. forward. So hopefully this gets out and you get this. So this is from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. Saturday. And we'll see how it matches up. So we do have some planetary energies, and they're really important. And I listen to, and these are from Adrienne Elise, and I put her link in my description, so you can watch her too if you like. So Venus is in Leo. It's still carrying the echo of her opposition to Pluto, moving towards a square with Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio, exact September 10th. This is surfacing as collective shame and shadow around feminine power and leadership, deeply tied to the Queen of Wands energy we've seen. Yeah, the Queens have been quite common in the last few weeks, actually. Saturn retrograde is in Pisces. This pulls us back into karmic waters with a sense of retracing old ground. Oh, not again. Same old, same old. And I know we all can see that in patterns in relationships. This resonates with today's death challenge. Transformation is happening, but not without confronting our shadow. So Uranus in Gemini is slowing to station retrograde tomorrow, September 6th. It's trine with Pluto in Aquarius, highlighting visionary ideas, but the retrograde shows they won't fully manifest until it retraces into Taurus in November. Uranus is the revolutionary, aligning with the Wheel of Fortune, the Fates. Collective cycles are shifting. We are going into a new age. Don't let anybody scare you. AI is not taking over anytime soon. If you let the military-industrial complex run everything, yes, it's not going to be nice. But if the collective gets control over AI, then yeah, all bets are off. It's going to be a golden age. That's what I see, and that's the vision I'm looking at. And in fact, the narrative and the story has been put out to put fear in us. And that doesn't have to be. We don't have to live in that fear. We can even turn the story. So I have a turn of the story. I don't know if anybody would be interested in a book club, but because I would like to read some of these again. Brave New World is a really interesting one. I have a twist to make it better. Or the ending goes a different way. Or a continuation, but in a way better light and great for the collective. Because you can imagine, just like me at home, grandma, I can make videos of my dreams. And I can share wisdom and talk and chat, chitty chat to, I don't know how many people right now, maybe 10, if I'm lucky. So, but it gives people purpose, and there's quite a few. I was looking online at somebody's like how-to videos, and there were quite a few old people. Oh, I'm 72 and I'm starting a channel, or I'm 79. I'm starting a channel. So there's a lot of older people, and I do have a book on my shelf, speaking of all my books, that I really haven't read because I got it, I think, when I was in maybe my 40s, but it was something about the age revolution. I don't know if Betty Friedan is still alive, but she was one of the first feminists, and she wrote this, probably she was getting older, and the things that needed to change for older people. So I thought it was really, really interesting. And yeah, old people are just people, old. And I had somebody once say to me, I was just taking a walk with my dog, and we have no sidewalks. In Seattle, there's a lot of neighborhoods that just do not, in the suburbs, no sidewalks. Just in the 50s, everybody decided, oh, we're just going to put up these houses in these neighborhoods. And then once they got established, there's no room for sidewalks. So it's not really busy, so you can walk in the streets, no worries. And I heard someone from the room say, you're old. And I just right away wrote back and said, you're going to be lucky if you get to be my age. And it's true. The more you live, you realize, oh, yeah, I had a sister that died very young before I even knew her. I was like about 2-ish, maybe. So, yeah, there's that. So with the growing old, it's just part of life, part of the cycle. There's this birthday card I seen, and it had like an old lady, very, very old, and she had like all these candles, and she was going to blow them out. And the card said, inside every old person, and then you open up and it says, is somebody that says, what the fuck happened? And they use the F word, but it was really, really funny. And that's, how you feel as you get older sometimes, but one of the things to keep going is if you find purpose. So I like storytelling, I like energy reading, so I'm trying to do those things, and, just explore the woo, because that is something that I really like. Religion, I like the law, I like the unseen, the mysteries, very much so, because I can't figure them out. Can you? So my theory of everything, and I love Cliff High's theory of everything too, so just getting to have somebody else thinking that way too, it's really, really cool. So that lunar eclipse, okay, the eclipse season's coming up. It intensifies everything. So September 7th is the Pisces lunar eclipse. So that, what is this, Fridays? It will be Sunday. That's when I have to do my weekly wrap-up. So that will be a good one. Talk about that a little bit with the cards. So that's September 7th. It's a lunar eclipse. It's a narrow portal through which what is truly ours may pass. So we're going to leave behind everything else. I am right in the throes of thinking about moving state. Oh my gosh. Just to a drier climate, cost of living cheaper climate. Seattle area is ridiculous, and I can also then have cash to live on by selling the house, moving to another state, all that kind of stuff. So there's the eclipse system, a narrow portal that's really cool, narrow portal, like the eye of the needle that talks about in the Bible to get past. And that really, I love that. That parable that Jesus said that, that only a rich man, nobody can pass through the eye of the needle, and then they won't get into heaven. And then the disciples said, because I guess they had money too, they said, well, then who is going to get to go to heaven? And all things are possible with God. So even if you're rich and have your flaws and like everybody else, not going to keep you out of heaven. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. That's what we have to remember, not money. Money is not the root of all evil. It's money. So money and power are the root of all evil, and what people will do for it and to keep it. They will take nations down if they can. We have to really fight against this division that's going on right now and keep our cool and keep our foundations. Our cultural foundations are important. Not perfect, but they are an evolutionary thing. And if you look at cultures, you can see that Muslim cultures, like where Christianity was when we were fighting each other, was it the Sunnis and somebody else, that they're in like warfare kind of things. Whereas we went through that with the Catholics and the Protestants. Quite bloody wars, probably worse than theirs, I don't know. But really, really bad. So we're past that, warring amongst each other. I don't care if you're, even not even a Christian, you're pagan, but you understand God's love, energies, love, the earth's love. You understand love. You understand trust. You understand truth. You understand light. Those kind of things are the mainstays of Christianity and the good parts of all religions, and all religions have good parts and bad parts. But nothing bad about Jesus. And I always tell my friend, even if they made it up, we need those archetypes. Our culture, our children needs those good archetypes. So, yeah. Okay, anyway. So, a narrow portal through which only what is truly ours may pass. Today's Ten of Swords plus death fits this eclipse theme. Release what cannot come through that portal. So, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. Let's go there. Today, we have the 7. Is that the 7 of Pentacles? Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles. To take stock of where you've been and what is bearing fruit, and what isn't, leave it behind. Because those are the things probably on the list that you can cut. So that's really interesting. And let me see, I do have a affirmation today to start the day. Move that to no, I don't want to move it to the top. It'll cover myself. Okay, so I thought I was going to do the affirmation after. Oh, and if I have it locked, I can't move it. Come on, go up. Okay, there we are, but we're too high. Okay, there's our affirmation. I honor the cycle turning in my life, endings open space for new growth, and patience allows my vision to crystallize. I can stand strong, confident, knowing that I am aligned with destiny. And through this little narrow portal coming up, we will let go and get through to maybe a new timeline shift. That would be awesome if that happened right at that portal time. We'll see how the energies align. And I will be back with a quick update because the Schumann is going to come out around 10 today. And it will have that little bit of information. That's not normal, but that's how they do it sometimes. Maybe they had errands to run, and wanted to get this stuff out early. So I will see you soon. Take care.